Hi children, in this presentation you are going to learn about lesson 17 presentation. Turn to the textbook page number 248. Learning objectives. In this presentation you are going to learn about how to create a template or master slide. In that template you are going to learn about placeholders, footer, slide number, background and font enhancement, and you are going to learn about creating slides, so how to insert text, images, action buttons, hyperlinks, add animation and transition effects. And finally you are going to learn about printing part, so under that you are going to learn handouts, notes pages, full page, headers and footers. Now we are going to learn about template and master slide. So template ensure that your presentation has a consistent layout and design. You can use a template or theme. Now we will see how you can insert a template or theme to your presentation. You can click on File, then click on New. So here you can see number of templates available or themes, right? So we can open now. Here they have name, according to badge, banded. Some according to the names they have given different types of template. So you can click on the template that you want. If you are not satisfied with the template given here or themes given here, you can type in this bar and you can search from online templates. So you can download some more templates according to your requirement. So we will see one template. This is a badge. You can double click on that. So after that you can see the design properly here, some other colors. So you can click on the create button. Then you can open your template or theme. Then here advantage of this template or theme, you can save your designing time. No need to spend lot of time to design this presentation. Already they have designed. Only thing is using these text boxes you can type your own text. If you are not happy with these colors, background colors and all, you can change these colors, even font styles, font colors and everything, it's possible to change. Now here if you want to insert another slide, you can right click on new slide. So the same slide also comes with the template design. This is a title slide. This is a bit different than other slide, but all other slides will be in this design. As well as, dear children, templates that affect the appearance of every slide in the presentation. Presentation applications also provide several different slide layouts that you can use within a presentation. Now here you can see, if you want to change the layout, you can click on the slide. Here you can see the layout option. Click on the layout option. Now here title slide already we have. First slide is title slide. So now I want to insert not the title and the content layout. I want to insert two content layout. So I can click on the content, right? So now this slide change into the two content layout. Now here you can see two content layout. Here you can click and type the title, and here if you want you can type text, or here if you want you can type text or pictures. Anything you can take. Now here they have given without clicking any options in the ribbon, you can click on table, charts, smart art, pictures and like that. Any other thing you can insert from using these icons, right? So how you can change the layout? You have to go to the layout and select the correct layout. Now there are different types of layout available. Now we are going to learn about master slide or slide master. The slide master content can only be edited using the slide master view, which is accessed in Microsoft PowerPoint by choosing slide master from the view tab. Then you can click on the view tab. Then here we have different types of master views. Here you have to select slide master. Now this is the slide master. The scroll bar, you have to scroll up, then you can click on the first slide. Now you are in the slide master. Now slide master, you can apply something. If you apply, as example, if you insert a logo, now that will be appear in all other slides. Changes made to the design of the slide master will also be made on the individual slide layout masters. Now as example, now here title area. Each and every slide in the title area in my presentation, I want to change the font style. So I can go to the master view. Then I can go to the first slide of the master view. I can select the title area text box. So I can go to the home tab and change the font style into Times New Roman. Right? So this will apply to all other slides in the presentation. So my presentation, all other slides, titles area, font will be Times New Roman. If I want to apply a color to the title area, I can apply red. So all the slides, I can see red color in title area. So another example, if I want to apply a logo, so I can click on the insert tab, picture, then click on the image and insert. Now I can resize my image into the proper size, then I can place it here. Right? Now this logo will be appear in all other slides in my presentation. Right? But in this master view, first slide only we are inserting this image. But these changes we are doing in the first slide only. But these changes will apply to all other slides in my presentation. Now we can go to the normal view and see these changes. So how do you can exit from the master view? You have to click on the slide master and click close master view. Now we are in the normal view of our presentation. So you can see clearly whatever the changes we made in this master slide. Here also we can see these changes. Now my title area of this slide is red and Times New Roman, and you can see the logo also. If I insert another slide, new slide, so here also you can see the title area in red and Times New Roman and the logo. Now we are going to learn about placeholders in the master slide. The slide master contains placeholders for content. These can be made available or unavailable by selecting master layout in the slide master tab. So in this master view, I can click on the master layout. So here all tick. Title, yes, title is available. Text, this is the text area, it's available. Date as well as slide number and footer available. So if you want to remove date, you don't want to display date in all the slide in your presentation, so you can untick and apply OK. So date text box is not available. If you want to insert date, same way you can click on the master layout, then you can tick on date and click OK. Then you can make it available. So these things we call placeholders. So you can, if you want to add those placeholders to the slide, you can tick and you can untick if you want to remove them from the slide. Dear children, now we are going to move to the next part, that is date and time, footer and slide number. Now your slide, this area we known as footer area of your slide. So here certain information you can display, your name, date and slide numbers. So to do these things you have to click on insert and header and footer. In this header and footer window, you can click on the slide tab. Then slide tab you can have several options, date and time, slide number and footer. So if you want to apply date and time, you can make a tick for date and time. So here you can select the date format or time format or date and time both. Format you can select. Now I'm going to select long date format. So language you can change, but if you have fixed date you can manually type the fixed date. So then if you want to apply slide numbers, you can click make a tick for the slide number. Next one is footer. Footer, if you want to display your name, presentation name, you can type. Okay, then if you want to display this information in all other slides, you have to click apply to all. But if you want to apply this information only one slide, then you have to click on apply only, right? So here we have another option, don't show on title slide. So if you make a tick for don't show on title slide, this information won't appear in first slide, title slide. But if you want to show title slide also, you have to untick this option. Dear children, now we are going to learn about background. You can change the background of all slides using the slide master. You can add an image or background color. But you should always make sure that your text can still be read if you change the background color or image. Background color, use dark text, and if you use dark background color, use lighter colored text. This will ensure that text stand out against the background. To apply background colors, you have to right click on the white space on the slide and select format background. Now in this format background window, you can see number of options. If you want to add one color, you can select this option and you can select a color. Now I'm going to select dark color, dark red, right? So if we are going to apply dark colors, you have to change text into white or any lighter color. Then here you can mix two colors. Now here in this option you can select one color and here you can select another color, right? So you can mix with two colors using this option. Next one is picture. Now if you want, you can apply a picture. You can click file option, then you can select a background and click insert. But you have to make sure if you are using an image as your background, consider increasing the brightness of the image until it becomes very light or washed out. Now from here, even transparency level you can increase, right? In this way you can change the transparency level. Otherwise the text available on the slide not clear. Okay dear children, now we will move to the action buttons. Now presentation applications can be used to create interactive navigation using action buttons. Now action buttons have several uses. For example, if a teacher wanted to use a large touch screen such as an interactive whiteboard to show the presentation on a topic to a class, they might not want to walk to the keyboard to advance the slide each time. Instead, they could use action buttons that would allow them to advance the slides by pressing on the interactive whiteboard screen. Now we will see how we can add action buttons to the presentation. To add action buttons, you have to click on the Insert tab, then click on the Shapes. In these shapes, if you scroll down, you can see the last bottom of the screen, you can see the action buttons. So there are different types of action buttons available. So this is the blank one. So if you want to go to the next slide, you can use this one. If you move your mouse pointer, you can see the mouse tool tips. Here you can find out whether it's forward or next. If you go to the previous one, it's a back or previous. This one next, forward or next. Then you can select the correct button. Now I want to go to the next slide, so I'm going to select this action button. Then I can draw it in the first slide in this manner. As soon as you finish drawing it, you can see the action setting window, right? So you have to click on the hyperlinks tool. Here you can click on the slide, right? From this slide window, you can see there are 13 slides in this presentation. So I'm in the now first slide, title slide. So I want to go to the next slide. So I can click the second one and click OK. Here also you can click OK. Now you all can see this action button, but this button you can't click on the normal view. Now we are in the normal view. This is not working. Then you have to go to the slide sorter view. Now this slide sorter view, once you click on this button, this will move to the next slide. Now you can go to the second slide and add another action button to go to the previous slide. Insert, shapes, scroll down, and here you have to find the correct action button. This is back or previous action button. Draw it. Then here hyperlinks to select, slide, go to the first slide, click OK and OK. Okay, now you can see the previous button. So in this manner you can add number of action buttons to your presentation. Now let's move to the hyperlinks. During a presentation, you may want to open content from outside the presentation slides, like a web page or a spreadsheet in a folder on your computer. You can insert a hyperlink to do this, like hyperlinks can open files, online content, slides in the current presentation or custom shows or email addresses. To add a hyperlink, you can go to the text and you can select your text and go to the insert tab and click on hyperlink. So here now I am going to add not from the same presentation another file. So you have to click on the current folder, right? So here you can see your computer folders. Now I am going to add a video to this hyperlink. So I am going to click on this folder, select the file, and I can click on OK. Now you all can see once you add the hyperlink to the text, now text color has changed. So this hyperlink is not working in the normal view of your presentation. You have to click on the slideshow view. Then only this hyperlink is working. Then you can click on the hyperlink and you can play the video. Okay, dear children, next we are going to learn about animations. What do you mean by animations? Now, animations are visual effects that add emphasis and movement. Actually, they are used to draw attention to important information, and they can be added to slide content such as text, pictures, shapes, tables, smart art graphics, and other objects. Now here you can see, if you click on this animations tab, a number of animation styles available, but this is not enabled, this is disabled. Okay, now you can apply animation, but first of all you need to select the object. Now once you select the object only, these animations are enabled. So you can click on the title and click on animation that you want. Once you apply an animation, you can see it has a number 1. So according to the number order that you want to display these objects in your presentation, you can apply animation. Now second, I want to apply this paragraph. So I can click on the paragraph and select one animation from this list. So third, I want to apply this hyperlink. So I can click on the hyperlink and add any animation from this list. Dear children, now we are going to move to the transitions. Slide transitions are the effects that occur when a user moves from one slide to the next. You can choose from a range of ready-made transition effects. So then you have to click on transition menu. So here you can see a range of ready-made transition. So I would like to apply this transition. And you can set the duration for each transition and can define whether the transition should occur on mouse click. Now here you can click mouse click or you can give the time. You can also set the transition to occur after set period of time using the after functionality to after 2 minutes or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, like that. The chosen transition and its settings are applied to the active or selected slide. But you can also apply the same transition to all slides using the apply to all functionality. You can click here. Applying the same transition to all slides can improve the consistency of your presentation. Okay, my dear children, let's move to the printing. If you need to print your presentation, there are several different print layouts available. Your choice will depend on the purpose of printing your presentation. Dear children, now we will see how we can arrange a handout. What do you mean by handouts? Handouts are given to your audience so that they have a copy of the information that you are presenting. So this can help your audience to follow your presentation more easily and allow them to take notes on the slides. To see the handout view, you have to click on File, click Print. Here you can select number of slides per page. Whether it's 4 slides, 6 slides, 9 slides or 2 slides, right? Or with the notes page you need slides, you can click. Or with the outline. Or 6 slides per page. So this is you can print. So this handout you can give to your audience. So what you are presenting, they have a hard copy with them. When printing your presentation, you can choose to print information in the header and footer, such as the time, date, slide number, numbers and standard footer. So you can do this by selecting header and footer or edit header and footer in the print settings and selecting the appropriate fields as shown in this window. Now remember children, here this time we are inserting header and footer, not the slide. Earlier we have discussed the slide, header and footer. Now we are going to add header and footer information to the your page handout. So here also if you want to add date and time, header or footer, one or both, you can select. So whatever the informations you want to type in footer, header, you can type in these boxes and you can click on apply to all. My dear children, now we have come to the end of our chapter. I hope you all can understand what we have discussed in this presentation, but you all need to practice with the software again and again in order to familiar with the features. And to check your knowledge, you can write answers for the end of chapter question that is in your textbook 261. Thank you.